If you love Pilates, but you're short on time, this video is just for you. We're going to work our core in record time, and all you need is your body and a mat. Come join me. Hi, welcome to Fitness Integrated Science TV. I'm Lauren Eirk, and today we are going to work our core in 15 minutes. This is our Pilates Express workout, and guess what? No equipment is needed. So I want you to find a nice comfortable place on the ground, to have a seat on the floor. We're doing a lot of these exercises on the ground because they're going to be the most efficient to really train the core. Let's start with our abs. As we sit up nice and tall, we feel muscles in our back working to keep our spine upright. Then as you exhale to lean back, notice how our spine starts to go into that flex position. So let's do that again. As we inhale, lift up nice and tall. Right now, notice if either one of these two directions feels a little bit tight today. Maybe it doesn't feel as mechanically sound today. Let's do two more. Good. Think of this as lubricating your spine, getting ready for today's practice. Holding it. And now let's come into a nice upright position. As you lean back, let's just hold that. Feel your chest rise. So this abs are really working hard, but also notice muscles in your back are also working very much. So let's counterbalance that with our shoulder position. Bring those arms directly in front of you. So let's take one arm out to the side. Inhale, breath, and then bring that all the way back around to the center. Let's do the same thing on the left. Inhale, and then exhale, back in the middle. So let's go for two more. Back in, and then last one. Inhale. Now let's add a rotation to this. So keep that spine nice and upright, right? Again, rotating back and back to the center. So let's go for four. Chest lifted. Three. Now, if you have a red sponge ball, one of those balls that I use on the channel a lot, you are more than welcome to put a sponge ball behind your back to support that lumbar spine. Last two. One more. Back in the middle and come all the way up. So let's just roll ourselves down onto our back, straighten those legs out, bring your arms out over your head, give yourself a big long stretch. Then as you exhale, roll yourself back up, bending your knees, and let's come back into that upright position. Here's one of my favorites. So now let's lean the upper body back. I want to rotate towards that direction with both of my shoulders. Inhale. Can you stay balanced, flexing your shoulders, then make a little, I call it a rainbow, come all the way back around, and then we're back in the middle. Let's try that again. Rotating, chest is lifted. Raise your shoulders up. Make a big rainbow to the other side. Back to the center. Again, rotating. Rise up. Make a rainbow and come back to the center. I like using words like rainbow because it encourages you to be happy. Bring it up and bring it in. How can you ever be miserable exercising when you're thinking about rainbows, right? So definitely hip flexors were probably on fire during that. So take a little break, inhale, breath. Good. Now brace your core and tighten. And now let's lean the upper body back once again. So we start from here. This time as we rotate to the right, let's inhale again, come into shoulder flexion, then make a big circle coming around the body. Again, rotating. Flex, rotating around, back around. Inhale, shoulders rising, up and over to the other side. Make sure that you're not rounding into your back. Last one. Rise up, coming up and over, reaching and back through to the middle. So now let's roll down onto our back. Leave your knees in a flexed position and then walk both of your legs into your chest. Now, as you push your arms into the ground, this is going to give you some propulsion. So as you squeeze your knees together now, concentrate on pulling your thighs into your body. Then as you exhale, we lower that down. So let's do that again. As we roll through, we tighten into that lower abdomen. Now, if something happens to where you're not able to lift your hips off the ground, it's totally fine. Just do the best that you can. What I want you to notice is if you're doing most of this by kicking like this, right? We want to make sure that we are actually using muscles in our abdomen, right? So this is our first time that we're actually moving into a flex position. We want to flex. Last exercise, We kept everything extended, which brought in our back muscles as well. Now you can absolutely tell that we are really working hard into our hip muscles and our lower abs. Let's go 2 more. Great job. And last one. Now, hold that there. Then as you separate your legs, gently guide your feet down and walk your shoulders underneath. So let's go right into our bridge, which helps us to release everything that we've just done. As you exhale, let's lower it down. I love putting a bridge into certain activities because the bridge position definitely is going to encourage me to work my hamstrings and my gluteal muscles. Squeeze to the top and lower that down. Again, squeezing to the top, chin is lifted, and then lowering that down to the floor. So let's go 3. Beautiful. Feel those shoulder blades drawing into your back. You're going to need that for the rest of your day today, I promise you. And last time, let's hold it. So now as you walk your feet in, let's practice lifting our heels up and lower it down. This brings in our lower calf. I always like to throw some foot stuff into whatever I'm doing because that mobility in that lower leg and foot really translates all the way up the body. So let's just now hold that up there, lift and lower, but stay up on the toes. And notice what happens. We can actually get up even higher in our bridge, which of course I know that's what you're thinking. How can I get up higher in my bridge? Let's go for 3, squeezing, and 2, and 1. And now let's just hold it up. Pressing your shoulder blades back, lift your chin, and drop those heels down. So as we bring our feet down flat now, let's pick up the tops of the feet and lower it down. So we're bringing in our shin muscles, 2 more. And now drop that down. So let's bring our hands behind the head. Inhale, breath. Exhale, lower back comes into the floor as we go into a crunch. Notice I'm not yanking my head forward. I'm just very lightly coming through with it. And then as we inhale, we're here. Again, exhale, crunching, hold. Inhale, back down. So focus, instead of lifting yourself off the ground, focus on driving your rib cage down to your hip. Let's go 2 more. And 1 more. Great job. Now, holding this here, let's place both of our feet up off the ground. So when you exhale, let's extend one of the legs out, and then inhale, drop down. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, back down. So notice when we add the legs, it makes it even more challenging to keep that lower back on the floor. Then you may notice also that your abdominal muscles are working harder to engage when one leg goes out in front. Let's go for 4. Back in. Exhale, 3. Keep that chin tucked. Exhale, 2. And 1 more time. So now what if we take both of the legs at the same time? So let's draw both of the legs into the chest a little more. Then when you exhale, let's kick both of the legs out at some sort of an angle. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale. Now you can decide how low that you want to go. Exhale, squeeze and pull through. Inhale, take it back. Squeeze and pull through. Take it back. 2 more times. Exhale, extend. 1 more. Exhale, extend, and bring it in. So now let's reach the arms and legs apart. Inhale, breath. Then I want you to flex forward from the chest, drawing your ribs to your hips. Work on tightening your abdominal muscles, coming into that full roll up. Then as you inhale, we squeeze those legs into the ground and roll back down to the floor. Inhale. Let's try that again. Exhale, head, shoulders, upper back, middle back, squeezing into those legs. And then inhale, keeping those abdominal muscles tight as we lower. 1 more time, exhale. This time, let's take our roll up and let's cut it in half. So those of you that have a hard time, I know I've seen a lot of people, their leverage just won't allow them to roll up. So let's just only go down as far as your body allows now. Squeezing and holding, and bring it through. Squeeze and hold. Come back up, and then last time, squeeze, hold it, and come through. So now let's bring our arms down behind the back. Pinch your shoulder blades together and raise your sternum. On your inhale, let's push into the floor and focus on lifting through the chest. That might take you to a what's called reverse plank as we squeeze the gluteal muscles. Pull your heels towards your hands. If you can't get up off the floor very far, it's totally fine. Some of you may be able to come all the way up and back, but keep engaging those gluteal muscles and lower it down. Now, bring those arms out in front of the body. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Squeeze back. Inhale. Lift it, coming into that reverse plank. Exhale and flex forward. And last time, reverse plank, pinching those shoulder blades together. And exhale, release, flexing forward. And this time as we draw down, let's go ahead and roll onto our sides. So as we come down, let's bend from our knees and our hips. Lifting yourself up is going to require you to stabilize in through your trunk and spine. So let's start off with a little lift and a lower, and a lift and a lower. So we have two things happening. Number one, the legs are moving apart. This is hip abduction. We're going to feel these muscles right here. Number two, we're focusing a lot on hip rotation. Let's go two more. And let's stay up at the top and hold it. Now let's do little pulses. Up, bring it down. Up, bring it down. For 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it. And now let's extend that knee out and bring it in. Again, extend out. Bring it in. 2 more times. Extend out. Bring it in. 1 more time. Hold it. And we go down and up. Down and up. For 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. And now let's come all the way down on our side and let's try some little hip circles for 5, 6, 7, 8. Change directions for 4. Keep those hips stacked. 3, 2, 1. Hold it and sweep that back, both legs. So now let's cross that leg in front, which immediately feels a lot better. Lift that bottom leg up and lower. So we're getting some adduction work. Good. So you have to work hard to pick up that leg and isometrically tighten across the groin. So let's go for 5, 6, 7, hold it on 8. Then as we bring the hand in front, let's join it with the top leg. Hold it there, squeezing into that side rib and release it. So now as we draw those legs up, let's push off the floor and switch right around to the other side. Coming back up onto the elbows, let's bend our knees into that 45-degree angle and lift up from the side waist, depressing that bottom shoulder. Here we go. Hip abduction, external rotation. Focus on squeezing through the hip. Now, if you have a thigh band that you'd like to incorporate on this video, you could easily put a thigh band around your legs, especially if you want to get a little bit more oomph out of your next few minutes. Let's go 2 more. 1 more. And now let's just hold it at the top, little squeeze. Let's drop a little bit less this time. So we're spending more time under tension. Now the bottom leg, do you feel how that's pushing into the ground too? We're getting a lot of benefit really on both sides. Last 2. And now we hold it there. Now can we go into a fully extended knee and then bring it out? Do you hear my knees popping? Bring it in and bring it back out. Good. My joints are loving this movement. Let's go for 3, 2, we're almost there. 1, hold it, and sweep that back down. So now let's lower down on our arms, sweep that back in front, and we go into a little leg circle. Now try to keep your hips stacked one above the other. 3, 2, 1, and then change directions. Roll it around for 4, 3, 2, woo! Already feeling that burn. Hold it. And release, both legs coming out. So now let's take that top leg, cross it over. Again, hips are stacked one above the other. If you need to put a block or something into that knee, feel free. Then we pick up the bottom leg and down. So really think of squeezing those legs together like you're trying to hold a little piece of paper between your legs. Let's hold for 5, 6, beautiful, 7, 8, little hold for 4, 3, 2, now both legs come up into it, hold, side. Then I want you to see if you can take your hand off the floor. Push that bottom leg into your top leg and let it go. For final position now, let's roll over onto our stomach, tuck your toes, tighten your abs, and let's hold our plank position. Drop the right knee, drop the left. Drop the right, drop the left. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Now either drop to your knees or stay where you are. Let's come up onto our hands now. Hold. Pull your hands to your feet Keep those abs tight. Then I want you to actually walk your hands to your feet for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then finally, we roll all the way up. Head is the last thing. And now that we are upright, take a deep breath in. Exhale, and don't you feel better? 15 minutes in and out. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.